Sabre Johnson, Restorations by Sabre. I'm talking about a 1965 Ford Thunderbird. This is a full restoration. We're in step 3 of the 25-step build process. Now, this is that same car that arrived from California here not long ago. We're in the process of taking it down. So I want to talk to you today about a ROM, range of magnitude. How much could this cost? How long could this take? What are we going to run into? You've been doing this for so many years. You should know exactly what it's going to consist of. This is exactly routine. Classic cars don't work like that. You do not know what you're going to find. I would probably say this is the first time we found this exact situation. So the fender over here John is working on, he's going through the process of blowing this car apart. So what we found, this whole side over here was hit with a massive hit. The repair that was done wasn't to our restoration standard. I'm not going to get into whether they repaired it right or wrong, but definitely is not to a restoration standard. So, but maybe this happened when the car was used as a daily driver car. Maybe they didn't have much money and they had to do what they had to do. But this is back too far. So now you're trying to put the headlight in, the bolt for the headlight, it doesn't even connect. And they use about that many washers to make it connect, things of that nature. But that's to conceal a deeper problem, that this whole front clip is kind of warped, it's twisted. Now the other problem we saw, so John's trying to get this fender off, the fender's on right here, you remove the bolts, not a real issue. Well, look at this. So this is the bolt, that's a weld. So they took the bolt, they put it in the fender, and they welded it in place because there was nothing to hold on to. So then we come down to the bottom side right here, the fender was welded. So he's in the process of trying to take this fender off, determining what's going on. This is what we mean when we say you never know what you're going to run into when you start taking apart a classic vehicle, a classic car. You don't know what you're going to run into, what the situation is going to be. Now, we do like the fact that it's all here. We have all the trim. We took all the trim off. So this interior is coming out. All this is coming out. But as we take it out, we're notating what we find. What are the concerns? What are the issues? What do we have to solve? What do we have to fix? That's what we're doing, is we're methodically going through this process of taking this car down. Now, John is only going to be able to see so much. So throughout this process, we're going to be able to see so much. And then once this right here goes down to the white meat metal, it goes all the way down to the pure metal on the car, we're going to discover some other problems. It's not just going to be, there's some bubbling here. Look at that, you can feel it, the bubbling all there. But it's not just that. There's going to be some major issues with the front end because it's twisted like that. It was pushed in. So now we got to pull it out. Now, that may be difficult. So therefore, you may need a whole new front clip. It's things of that nature that makes restoration a journey. It's not about a destination. It's not about getting to the finish line. It's not about hurry up and paint my car. Are you finished with body work yet? It's a process. It's a process of discovery. It's a process of determining a problem and solving that solution. So if you are an enthusiast and you're getting your car restored, you have to make a commitment. If you're not willing to commit, just don't do it. Don't jump in the ocean if you can't swim. Stay on the boat. Well, it's the same thing with a classic car. This car was running and driving. Yes, it has some issues. If you're not prepared to go all in and face what we need to face, then don't go into the world of restoration, because we've already faced it. We see it now. So we know this problem. So now when we see problems like this, we know we gotta now look at everything. And we're gonna do that anyway, but in the disassembly process, we're gonna look at things differently. We wanna really make sure we are strategically notating what works and what doesn't work. Like convertible top doesn't work, notate it. Engine started, notated. We did a leak down test on the engine. The compression in the leak down was good, noted. So we know what we're taking apart. So when we take it apart and we start going through the build process, and we start putting everything back together, we understand what we're going through. But the whole subject and the whole theme of what I'm saying is, when you enter into restoration, you must be prepared to discover things that you never knew about your car. And once you discover those things that you never knew about your car, you must give your builder the time, the space, and the freedom to solve those problems for you.